It's Sunday, and you know what that means, Commissioner Joe.
It's Sunday. That means we got the news, and maybe we're firing some people. Who knows?
We're doing our classic bit here. Push, repackage, fire. We're gonna side some AEW, some WWE superstars' fates here today. All this and more on the All Effing Wrestling Show.
Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my occupation. Tell me what's my race. Tell me is it with inflation. Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my race. Tell me all my sexual distaste. Tell me what you need. Tell me how you feel. Tell me all your information.
We're clear for takeoff.
That's all systems go. We need that AFW logo up. Stat.
You're watching the AFW Network.
You're watching the AFW Network. This is the All Effing Wrestling Show. I am one of your hosts. I'm, of course, the patron saint of professional wrestling. I am that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Canada effing dry, also known as Todd McNasty. And I'd like to give a shout out to our good friend here on the podcast, Bad Take Cade. This guy's got the worst takes of anyone around.
Yeah, he does. I haven't seen any recently. I mean, maybe he's starting to learn. Who knows?
You're like, what would we call him? Like sometimes Bad Take Cade? Mediocre Take Cade?
Just a take, Cade. And you all know who I am. I am the commissioner of our AFW Prediction League, the EVP of everything that is AFW, Commissioner Joe. How are we doing today, Canada Dry?
I'm good. How about you? It's the weather's cheered up. It's actually a Grey Cup Sunday here in Vancouver. The
Nice.
game is at BC Place. There's a lot of festivities going on.
That's the championship game, right, for the CFL?
Yes, that's a big championship game. They made it a week-long sort of celebration here. They got like zip lines, all sorts of fun stuff.
That's smart. Like the NFL here in the States has basically monopolized the whole year with how they spread all their events out. It only makes sense to.
Now talking football, we're going to have a football playoff podcast with you and Joe as our main guys, right?
Me and Jeremy, you mean?
Yes, you are Joe.
Yeah. Yep, that is the plan. I mean, it is. We're in week 11 now, so there's about 6 more weeks.
And maybe we bring this guy in. Maybe this guy's ready to do a football podcast.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm ready for today's game for Niners versus Seahawks. That's for sure.
What can we do for you today, Shane?
Well, seeing that you two gentlemen are a little bit lonely right now, I figured that maybe you might need a third.
You know what? If you have an advice question, that would really help.
Yeah.
No, but let's not ask that. Let's get the news intro going here, and we'll get it on the other side. And it's time to do the news.
From the 4 corners of the globe, from our studios to your home, this is FNN, the FN News Network, starring Canada Dry and the JFB.
The 4 corners. Does the globe have 4 corners? Is this a flat Earth we're talking about here?
It's not even a flat. It's more like it seems like he's implying that like a square.
Yeah, like that's what most flat earthers think. It's a square, like a map.
Look, we all know the Earth ain't flat. And you know how I know this? The cats would have pushed everything off the edge.
That's true. I've seen that one. I've seen that one.
Yeah,
But it's
that's a fact.
true.
So JFB might be a flat earther. That's the new conspiracy theory.
I think so.
Well, we'll have to ask him about that. So start off the news here. So you have an advice question.
Yeah,
Shane?
I got a question for you guys. As you guys know, last week a friend of mine for my birthday gave me a very inappropriate toy, so to speak.
This one right here.
Yes, that very said toy.
All right.
I would like to get your guys' opinion on how to pay the guy back come his birthday.
Oh,
I think you should do something similar, but make it like big and pink.
Okay. I like where you're going with that. I like the idea.
I think that you should get him an erotic birthday cake. Just a big old dick cake. That's how you do it.
Because then it involves food after too.
Yeah,
So-
he's got to eat that dick.
Yeah.
And you can be like, how's the dick taste?
I will say though, if you're gonna go that route, you may want to shop around early to make sure someone's willing to do that.
There is a bakery in Vancouver somewhere. They're known for their offensive style cakes or whatever. Like they got the FU donut and things along that nature.
Now you might also want to get him a bag of dicks then, if that's the case.
Actually, I should. Oh, confetti dicks. You guys know that, like, you get those envelopes where somebody opens and then confetti comes out. I think there's one that's like confetti of dicks that comes out with the person opens it.
Oh yeah, so that you got your card in there, right?
Yeah.
You got him the dick birthday cake. There you go. Now when is his birthday?
You know what
How
else
long do
you
you
could get him?
How long do you have for this?
It's not till February, so
Okay, you got one time to plan.
Yeah.
You know what else you can get them? I've seen pictures of like women at bachelor parties with candy necklace dicks that they have to eat and chew off.
Oh, you could dick this thing up and take it to a whole new level.
Ooh.
All right, what do we got? Okay, first off, we'll start with this. So Natalia Markova, as you guys know, friend of the show, when she wins the NWA Women's title, the Burke, named after Mildred Burke, the one of the all-time greats, legends of the game. When she wins that title, she's going to come on the show. So this Tuesday on X, she has a title match. And could she win this one? Well, we have a video to play.
Did you see what happened? I know one thing. I cannot trust Page sisters. They always have so many tricks out there. But you know what I learned? Strike the iron while it's hot. I'm not gonna wait till Samhain for this title match. I want it next week. And Kenzie, you think I cannot win a big one? Let's find out.
So, what do you guys think? Do you think she's going to win this, or do you think she's going to win at Salway?
Yeah, I think it's just build up for the bigger show. I mean, but I think it would be an interesting take if you did something massive on X to try and draw more people in to watch.
What do you think, Shane?
I could probably see a DQ finish just to build it up for the next match.
Well, they even teased it. The sisters are troublemakers. Could cost Natalia the win. Some cheating, some
Yeah, that video definitely made it seem like that we're not going to get a clean finish. That's for sure.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which could lead to a second match in the bigger show.
So just for people like Noob, I don't think she looks to kill. I think it's going to be Samway. I don't think it's going to. That's more of an indie kind of show. But yeah, just so you don't get too disappointed if she loses. I think the buildup is for Samway. What else we got in the news?
Okay, we'll get the sad stuff out of the way, but Conan has been in the hospital with diverticulitis. That's 2 he's missed. Sorry, I have the Ravens Steelers game on in the background, and my kickers missed 2 field goals so far.
Now, when a kicker misses field goals, does he get replaced?
No.
Or they got leeway?
Not normal. I mean, sometimes, but not Justin Tucker. He's the greatest kicker in the history of the. He's like the most accurate up until this season.
Well, Niners kicker missed 3 in a row last week, but it was because Jake Moody just came back from a high ankle sprain, so it was kind of. Well, I guess you give him forgiveness because he was injured or just came back from an injury. But if he keeps doing that again, then
no.
I don't think you have as much leeway in the NFL compared to like the CFL or whatever.
It depends who you are, and it depends on the condition too. There's always circumstances too why somebody missed 3, like the worst, windiest conditions possible and stuff like that. And
no, I just think Justin Tucker's losing it. I think he's just. I don't know what it is. I've heard rumors like maybe he has a new holder this year, and kickers are creatures of habit, so if they don't do it the same way, it kind of throws them off.
So a little bit of football talk there. But another what's it called? I can't say this.
Diverticulitis.
Yeah, so the same thing that Kenny Omega had.
Yes. And Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, like this thing can take you out.
Yeah.
This thing could kill you.
I think he was expecting to be out of the hospital like today or tomorrow, but he'd been in the hospital for like a week and a half to 2 weeks now. So send some prayers up for him. Make sure he gets healthy. No more bad stuff happens to him.
So I watched the Vampiro documentary.
What was that?
And I watched the Vampiro documentary, and like Conan was doing everything he could in WCW to screw Vampiro.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like because the people in Mexico, like Conan was the star at that time.
Yeah.
And Vampiro came out of nowhere, very good-looking man. All the women wanted him. He's this Canadian vampire. And a lot of the guys who couldn't really be on their level, Vampiro or Conan, were pushing everyone's buttons to try to like tore them against each other. Because if they get torn down, they get higher up. So it's very, very political. But it carried on to WCW because Conan had a little bit of pull with the NWO and some of the guys. And they really worked to screw Vampiro out of his big push in WCW. That's something I learned out of that is Vampiro has like the onsets of dementia.
Oh man!
Like 34 concussions.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, that's crazy.
That doesn't surprise me. He worked a pretty rough style.
Yeah, so check out that documentary with Vampiro, The Nail in the Coffin. It's a good show.
What's it on?
I don't know. In Canada, it's on Crave, but
okay.
Check it out. Like I wasn't able to see that thing, Mauro Ranallo, Bipolar Rock and Roll. I couldn't find it anywhere.
It was on Crave for the longest time. It was on shit. Showtime maybe or HBO, one of the two.
I'll check it out on Crave. Maybe I'll be able to find it there because I was checking in Amazon because he told me it was Amazon in America. So
I googled it. Yeah, it said it was on Amazon Prime.
Well, I could have got bought out or shipped over later on, right?
Yeah, sometimes the stuff that's available on Amazon in the States is not available on Amazon in Canada.
Or eventually got moved. Somebody else took over the rights to somebody else or whatever, jumped to the other streaming service and stuff too. That happens a lot.
We got Rennie in the comments. She's back from Osaka.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. A nice little drive from Osaka to wherever the hell she's going to. I don't know.
I know nothing about Japan and their geography.
No, I don't either.
I-
Shane should know a little bit. How
No.
white are you?
They drive on the wrong side of the road, I believe, too.
Oh, it's scary over there in Asia, driving on the road. Like all of a sudden, two semis are just like
No thanks.
they're 1 second they're head on, the next they're
No, thank you. No.
Yeah.
Ready for the next news topic?
Sure.
So, I don't know much about this gentleman, but Mike Bailey is expected to sign with TNA. I mean, is leaving TNA and expected to sign with AEW.
Mike Speedball Bailey. I've heard a lot of good things about this guy. Like he's fast, and he's a hell of a wrestler. It kind of suits, like, imagine like the matches you could get with like Ricochet, Omega, Osprey, Swerve.
Well, he had a really good match with Mortos as well.
So, what do you know about Mike Speedball Bailey? Showtime.
I've been hearing a little bit about him. I know he's got some connections out here. Like he's done seminars for ASW or whatever for some of the trainees there, like just like last year, or not even. So, hopefully he does go to AEW because it'd be fun to see him and see what he's be able to do. So,
and then of course you get the tribal people who like, come on, like this people are just trying to make it in this. Like,
Yeah.
like I hate it. Like, stop with your tribal bullshit. Enjoy what you like. Don't go out of your way to like be putting shit down. Like that's
here's the stupid thing too. They're damned if they do and they're damned they don't. AEW takes an ex-WWE star. Oh, they took another WWE guy. But then if they bring somebody else from another company, oh, I don't know who that guy is. So it's like, it's either way,
right?
Yeah, it's like, fuck, there's no winning with these goofs anymore.
No, there was a podcast, some podcasts. I don't even want to give them credit because, and so he's like, Tony Khan just was commenting like, yeah, like thanks for you're laughing at your own joke, buddy. But like, why do you want it? Like, that's bad for your podcast to be constantly shitting on a product. Don't you want to talk about all the wrestling and involve all the fans? Why do you want to segregate a certain type of fan group?
Well, then again,
It's after Jim Cornette.
No, but Jim Cornette can afford to do that because he's got the fame, right? Like, guys like me, we can't be like talking shit about products all the time and saying fans are like this or stupid, right? Because like we're gonna turn off a bunch of people.
Yep.
So like, it's just dumb.
You got to know your audience. So I guess the best way to put it. So Jim Cornette could get away because people know with him he's spiteful and there's a lot of his comments, and that's why people tune in. But yeah, like smaller guys, yeah, I know. If you focus on that, you're only going to attract them more the troll viewers, anyways. At that point, then too.
Well, that's the thing. And you think you're having a little bit of success because they're like, yeah, but they're type, yeah, we're agreeing with you, like, yay. Like, I'd rather have people disagree with us and get a good conversation going.
Yeah. That's the problem, though. Like, most people just don't want to talk anymore.
Yeah. What else do we got?
John Cena has declared that he's going to be in the Royal Rumble, his last of his career. That's pretty cool. I mean, I don't think he's going to win, but what do you guys think?
Oh, I don't know. Shane, do you think that Cena's going to win the Royal Rumble?
Number 30, and then comes in to win it. Like, because you know what? Maybe Mania is where he wins his final title.
I think so. But does he win the Rumble?
I could possibly see it just to get set up the title shot. Him coming
It
as
would be
number,
big. It would be big.
and that's why they put him somewhere like number 30 too. just so it's not too unrealistic that for him to come in and win it or whatever and stuff like that.
But wait, have they announced he's number 30?
No.
Or is this just something you're guessing at?
I'm guessing. I'm just saying it could be a great, like, that's probably the possibility. Him like 29 or 30. One of those two.
I'm predicting if Cena doesn't win, I predict The Rock to win. One of those two are going to win it.
That's fair.
So we have the Dustin Rhodes. He tweeted something or Instagram.
Oh yeah, like I guess Dustin Rhodes put out a tweet saying like I guess to the effects of thanks for letting me perform. And I guess some people are running with it that he's retiring or he's leaving AEW. I don't know because last time I checked he's still the tag champ and the trios champ in ROH.
Yeah.
So maybe he's just trying to work everybody.
Maybe this is his last Ring of Honor match, and he's gonna maybe close it out there, and then have one last Dynamite or Collision match, and call it a career. So maybe it is on Ring of Honor. That's his last match there.
But then he's got both those titles, though. That's the thing.
And I know one of the other trios champions is out injured at the moment. So.
Oh, really? Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah, one of the brothers is injured. I saw that a couple weeks ago.
And Ringside News makes some stupid comment and idea about Jackie Redmond getting in the ring.
Oh, apparently, yeah. She said she thinks CM Punk can train her to eventually make her in-ring debut.
But that's not what she said.
What did she
said
say?
that if anything, CM Punk can get an NHL player to play to wrestle WWE.
Yeah,
which makes more sense.
Jackie's 37, so she's pretty old, and he's trying to start taking bumps with a non-athletic background to begin with. It's possible though.
Yeah, I don't see it. Like Ringside News just likes to make shit up.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like their credibility is shot now.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been shot. It's Ringside News.
Yeah,
but they do that thing where they throw out 1,000 things, and when one happens, they're like, "See, we told you."
It's literally they're as bad, if not worse, as Sportskeeda.
I feel like they're the same company.
Well, Sportskeeda is bad, but they're more known for their clickbait.
Yeah,
just putting up mass articles of just bullshit.
Yeah.
Is there anything else, or we can move on to the main event?
I mean, we got AEW is doing an episode of Collision at the Hammerstein Ballroom, which I think is pretty cool. Like, I would love for this to be Collision's thing, because like they did it in the summer where they were at that place in Texas. Like, take Collision to like more unique, intimate places.
So that's right after the Ring of Honor pay-per-view.
That's also at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
So then they're doing a Collision there.
Yeah.
And the other thing about Collision was they canceled an event, and now it's going to be at Galaxy Conquest or something like that.
Galaxy Con, yeah.
Which
they have a history of doing wrestling shows at Galaxy Con. That company does. So
that's going to be an interesting look for the show.
Yeah, but once again, this is another one of those where AEW, like the website put out that this Collision show is canceled. So some other website took it as like, AEW's failing because they had to cancel a show. Like, no, just wait till you get the story.
I was confused by the whole thing to begin with. So.
Yeah. Is there anything else, or do we want to get to the main event?
Let's say one good WWE is doing some double tapings here over the next month to give their guys the holiday time off. So that's a good thing. So keep an eye on it. Maybe you'll get to go to 2 Raws or 2 SmackDowns if it's in your area.
I find the news sometimes that comes up that's like so meaningless. Like, I don't care. Like, they're like, WWE is going to save a bunch of money on this tapings.
Yeah.
Why do I care? WWE is going to, unless you have stock in this company,
Yeah.
why would you care as an average fan?
You don't.
No, it's just,
So, like I said, unless you're one of the lucky ones that gets to buy a ticket to go to 2 tapings.
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Let's go to the main event. Oh no, there's something else I wanted to talk about. I forgot.
Okay. What you got?
So do we talk about the Mike Tyson thing?
No.
So this Mike Tyson thing.
Oh, the saying from that executive. Oh.
What?
Okay. Go ahead. Nope, go ahead.
So this is a video that came out in 2024 of him training. And this is in 2024.
Yeah.
He looked nothing like that on Friday night.
Not at all. Like, this is why boxing isn't taken seriously. It just that a card Saturday that just screamed that it was fixed.
I had another video I wanted to show where, but I can't show it because it belongs to Netflix. Mike Tyson got a good right hand in, and he didn't come in for another hit. He just led off.
Yeah.
It seemed really sus.
From what I heard too was the way the contract was written that like Mike Tyson would not even gotten a proper payout if you fucking would, or if you would have knocked him out in the first round, or not. Like he was paid apparently prorated per round to keep it going. More rounds he went, the more money he was getting. Sort of way it was deal. So
All the more reason that this stuff is it's as fake as the WWE.
Yeah.
$20 million for this fight. Are you telling me that Mike Tyson at is he 59 or 58?
58.
At 58 years old, he's not willing to let Jake Paul take a decision for $20 million?
Yeah.
Clearly he did.
I think this is very sus. I think this was a setup. And it makes sense why Jake Paul didn't come in either and really do some damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there was a quote from Jake Paul that Jake Paul said he was scared to go in on Mike Tyson because he was afraid he would get knocked out.
I don't buy it.
Seeing that video, I absolutely buy it. Tyson, you may be 58.
Well, no, I mean, I don't buy it in the sense that I think this was prearranged.
Yeah. Oh, it was absolutely here, take the dive and we'll pay you type thing. I mean, good Lord, look at the end of their last round. You have freaking Jake Paul bowing to him while there's still time on the clock. The old Mike Tyson would have stepped up and knocked him out right then and there.
The other thing what that I kind of thought was, and it's more of like what you notice, he kind of didn't have that fire. He looked like he was a little bit dead inside.
Oh, right when he was walking to the ring, he really looked.
Yeah, it was just like, I can't believe I sold my soul.
Yeah. But you know what it is, Age? The thing I'm looking at it too, because he's been bankrupt before and stuff like that. Like a lot of this money is like going to his kid's future. When he dies, that's where the money's going. Stuff like
But
that.
the other thing I want to say is, okay, so that video could easily be before a knee injury, because 2024 is a long time. That could have been the much earlier.
He didn't have a brace on in those footage.
Yeah. So
I will say we may get this again because I saw a Bleacher Report article that says Mike Tyson called out Logan Paul.
Yeah, that was at the end. Yeah. But Mike Tyson said that he almost died in June. from his health problems. So I don't know.
He needs to just hang it up, call it a day.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your life, buddy. Like, you have
Yeah.
nothing to prove.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not interested in seeing any Tyson fight again after this. Like, you got your 20 million, but now no one wants to see you.
Yeah, I can't be bothered.
So, like, that's the thing. Like, no one's interested in seeing a Mike Tyson old man fight. If that's what they're selling, I'm not buying it anymore.
I mean, at least this was on Netflix and not something you had to shell $80 out.
Oh yeah. Like, maybe I'll watch it just because there's nothing on, and everything else was enjoyable. So
yeah.
All right, let's get to the main event, guys.
Let's do it.
This is the main event of the evening.
And of course, we're talking push, repackage, fire. Now, there's another name for this when you're kind of sitting around drinking a couple beers. We're not, if you get the idea. But this is a wrestling game we're kind of playing here today. And let me get to my list here. And we'll start with WWE. We're going to go with these three professionals: Dexter Lumis, Braun Strowman, Carlito. So, Commissioner Joe, I'm going to let you go first. Who are you repackaging? Who are you pushing, and who are you firing?
So, give me this. So, the three names again were Dexter Lumis, Braun Strowman, and Carlito.
Yes.
So, I'm pushing Braun Strowman because he's the only credible one of the three, in my opinion. I'm repackaging Carlito to get him away from Judgment Day. And so long, Dexter Lumis. See ya.
Whoa. Firing Dexter Lumis. Okay. What do you think, Shane?
It's so funny because literally all those guys were literally just fired not too long. Carlito was like gone for a long time, and they just literally all came back. So that's pretty wild question. Probably push Carlito. There's no sense repackaging. You can't really repackage what Dexter Lumis is going on. So I guess technically I would fire him out of that and then repackage Strowman because he's been really he's been on the limbo right now in WWE. Like nothing. He's been nothing since they've rehired him. Actually, yeah, no, I'll go like that.
So who Carlito's getting the
push.
Whoosh.
Okay. Braun Strowman's getting repackaged and Dexter's getting fired.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right, so I'm going to go a little bit different here. I'm going to fire Carlito. I'm going to repackage Braun Strowman. And I'm going to push Dexter Lumis because I think that there's something to this guy. He's got that Stone Cold Steve Austin look. He's got that. He's got the look. I think that this guy could be more than he is. So
no, I just see Dexter Lumis as another Karrion Kross.
He's on the list too. Don't worry.
Honestly, I could see Dexter doing better elsewhere. The way he's been getting rubbed in WWE, like I think, like in him in AEW or something like that would be better.
Wasn't he?
Dexter's in the Wyatt Six.
Yeah, but I mean, it's literally you're kind of getting buried with those costumes and gimmicks and outfits and stuff like that, right?
They're not being pushed like the Wyatt family, that's for sure.
No, absolutely not.
Like they're feuding with what is it? Truth Commission. What are they called? I I don't even know what the
Authority, authors of authority. I don't.
authors of truth.
And you know what? And the thing is, too, they're a hell of a lot smaller than the original one.
Something like that.
Yeah, the Final Testament. Yes.
Yeah, there it is. Final
And
Testament.
they're half the size compared to the Wyatt family too, which makes a major difference too. Jeez.
All right. Let's go over to AEW. We got some interesting names here. One we haven't heard in a while: Griff Garrison, Jay Lethal, and Ortiz. We'll start with Shane first.
Ortiz is still around.
Yeah, he's still on the roster.
Well,
He's injured, but
I would. What was the first name again?
Griff Garrison, Jay Lethal, and Ortiz.
Yeah, Griff Garrison. Griff Garrison, I would fire. I just don't. His look is just something about him. There's just nothing to him I could package with him. Even if you try to give him a repackage or anything like that. Jay Lethal push. He doesn't need he doesn't need a repackaging on his own. He's done enough. He could, if you just push him, what he's got going, he could run far. He's been a former world champion, and so then I guess just repackage Ortiz once he comes back.
Okay. What do you think, Joe?
So I'm pushing Jay Lethal because he's phenomenal. I love him. I'm repackaging Griff and firing Ortiz because he's a tag team guy. He hasn't done anything. Like he I don't see anything for him to do, especially in what AEW is doing right now.
So you're pushing Jay Lethal, repackaging Griff.
Yep.
I'm gonna be slightly different than you. I'm firing Ortiz. I 100% agree with this. He doesn't fit in AEW without maybe give him a tag team partner. That's the only way. But yeah, I'm firing him. I'm going to push Griff Garrison, similar to how they're doing with Garcia. And I am going to repackage Jay Lethal.
The Black Machismo.
The Black Machismo. Oh, yeah. I want that in AEW so bad. Give us Black Machismo. All right, we're going to do some women now, the women of WWE. Unless you guys want to talk about that one first. You guys cool with Griff Garrison, Jay Lethal, and Ortiz? You guys cool with all that?
Yeah, maybe.
No discussions on that? All right. We're going to go WWE women. I got Maxine Dupree, Sonya Deville, and BFAB. We'll start with Joe this time.
Oh. I think I would push Sonya, repackage I don't know. Repackage probably BFAB and just let loose of Maxine.
Okay. What do you think about Joe's choices there, Showtime?
Yeah, I mean they're all right. Myself, where I'd go, fire BFAB. I don't see any talent or potential with her whatsoever. And I'd probably say repackage Maxine, get her away from the whole Alpha Academy or whatever the hell those Zawa and what's his nuts are called now, and then push Sonya. I think she could be decent mid Carter if she's pushed right. And anytime she seems like she gets a push, she gets injured, which kind of is hinders her a bit there.
I designed this particular one for that answer. Showtime. Like that's what I think. I think you repackage Maxine Dupree, you push Sonya, and you fire BFAB. I don't see the need for BFAB. She doesn't really. She doesn't make anyone better. She's just there.
Yeah.
Half the time you don't even notice her. Like she's never on the mic.
No. She doesn't have any moves. Like she doesn't jump out and do a Hurricanrana or anything like that, like what Selena used to do or things like that.
For BFAB, I would send her to TNA, get her, or maybe even send her down to NXT. She needs to develop more because I don't like what I'm seeing from her. Sonya, I think Sonya is she's a little bit better in this, what they call Fusion Collective.
Yeah.
She's a little better in that group. But again, she's kind of in this group. She needs to stand out. And like she's been in this thing for a while. And like she's kind of getting lost in the shuffle. She needs to stand out on her own.
No, I mean, you can say that for most of the women in WWE, unless you're the Four Horsewomen or Rhea.
Yeah, I think like this USA title, perfect for Sonya.
Yeah,
something like her to win.
I don't even think
her and Natty. One of the two.
Well, Natty doesn't need it as much because she's already established herself. She's been a world champion many times, but I'm not against Natty winning. It's just I see like it really helping someone like Sonya. Maxine Dupree, she has got a great look.
Yes.
I don't know how great of a wrestler she is.
Not horrible.
Has she got like she's got the Lana vibes to me as a wrestler?
She reminds me of early Carmilla.
So, yeah, repackage her. That's what I think. See what you can get out of her. Get her a little sidekick like Carmella had. So, yeah, that's what I think on those guys. Now we're going to do the women in AEW. Now this is an interesting one because I included Britt Baker.
Well, let's see who the other two names you have are.
Yeah,
right.
You're right. You're right.
All right, I got Britt Baker. I got Abaddon and Kiera Hogan. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Fire Britt Baker. Abaddon, you can't really repack like her character, so I'd push her and repackage Kiera Hogan because she'd be somebody that could use the repackaging.
So you're pushing Abaddon?
Yeah.
That's a
she's got an awesome character. She's got a great character. It just hasn't been established properly.
All right.
In AEW.
What do you think about Mr. Joe? What do you think about Showtime's choices here?
Those aren't what I'm going to say. I'll tell you that. So I'll give you mine. I'm firing Abaddon. I don't like the character. Does nothing for me. I'm pushing Kiera Hogan, and I'm repackaging Britt to be a manager.
Okay.
MJF manager?
Oh, for this, absolutely. I'd do it in a heartbeat. Could you imagine? Could you imagine you have MJF come on screen to do cut his interviews and he's getting a massage from freaking Britt Baker?
Oof.
Yeah, like if Britt is not necessarily a manager, but a wrestling manager and wrestles when she needs to. She's there to put over MJF. Like I like this idea. I'm going to also fire Abaddon because that gimmick has worn its course. in AEW at the time. It was what something Tony did to appease the fans. They're asking for, and there's nothing he can do with her. Like,
I feel like Abaddon is in the same boat as Danhausen.
That's fair.
A cult favorite of the indies, and unfortunately, they once again, what do they do on TV? Like they don't.
I guess not everybody can catch fire like Orange Cassidy. That's probably one thing.
AEW doesn't do touring house shows, which Abaddon and Danhausen would probably be phenomenal for.
So yeah, I'm firing Abaddon because like she's worn her course. I am Britt Baker. I'm repackaging her. Maybe take some time off. Get some wrestling training. Go back to the basics because she's so clunky in that ring.
Well, yeah.
And like her endurance on some of these longer matches, she gets gassed.
Yeah.
And the secret's out on her. Like, so if she can't, then she's going to be on the next chopping block soon.
Well, I see her better benefiting going to NXT, to be brutally honest, to the Performance Center.
And give Kiera Hogan some a little bit of a push here.
And reclarify, push doesn't mean world title.
No, push means
the TBS title.
Well, not even a title, just getting some TV time, some stories that you're a part of. Like, it doesn't mean a title all the time. Like, you're just getting better than you are now, right?
Yes.
I want to talk about Danhausen for a second, unrelated to all this. What would you guys do with Danhausen if you're Tony Khan?
I thought he already got fired.
No, he's still on the roster.
Oh. I seriously put ROH. I'd put him more ROH or Collision. Like ROH, like that's where he was known from before, back in the day and stuff like that, doing a few appearances or whatever. I would put him there and let him do his thing over there, to be brutally honest.
What do you think, Joe?
I don't know, because I think it'd have to be either ROH or just let him go. Like he doesn't have a spot in this current climate of AEW. This is a more grounded, realistic, like it's getting to be like a Civil War type. And Danhausen is a comedy character that doesn't fit.
You know what I would do with Danhausen?
What's that?
I would give him his own 5-10 minute talk show.
Yeah.
The Danhausen Show.
A very spooky show or something like that.
Yes, just something. The very evil. I don't know. But you give him a little show. He interviews people. And gives them a chance to shine. That's what I would do with him. You give him. You got to give. Like, tell me that Danhausen as like even a backstage announcer is not cooler than this dipshit Marvez.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sold. Replace Marvez. Make it happen.
Danhausen just like I'm Marveshausen.
The fact that they put all that face paint on just to do a talk show. That's beautiful.
All right. Our next one, we got back to WWE. We got Karrion Kross. We got Montez Ford. And we got Ludwig Kaiser. Joe, you're up.
Okay. So I'm pushing Montez Ford. I think he could be a main eventer.
What happens to his tag partner?
Hi, Marty. Like, he'd end up being Marty Jannetty.
Yes,
it is what it is.
There's got to be a Marty in every tag team, right?
And then you said Ludwig Kaiser and Karrion Kross. I would repackage Ludwig Kaiser And C, Karrion Kross, you don't do anything for me. You're nothing but an entrance anyway. So
Yeah. I like those picks.
Yeah,
Showtime.
I'd probably go with something similar. Like, just as much as I'd like Karrion Kross, like, say, watching him back in the day in TNA and stuff, he just doesn't translate to WWE TV. Even when he was in NXT, like, he just didn't exactly translate to me over there. Just something about him in this WWE system doesn't work at all.
So let me ask you this: would Karrion Kross work in AEW?
no.
No, yeah, I don't even see that either.
I don't
TNA.
think so.
TNA,
If he went back
NWA.
to his Killer Cross gimmick in TNA, sure. But
Yeah.
Tony Khan has made it very clear he doesn't do spooky gothic stuff. Like when Matt Hardy debuted and that whole blipping around the place, that lasted for 2 seconds, and then he just went back to being
Yeah.
Hardy boy Matt
Like
Hardy.
if you brought Karrion Kross to AEW, you wouldn't get that character. You'd get a repackaged sort of Karrion Kross. But seeing as how big the roster's getting, there's no need for him, right?
There's no use for him. There's no use for him at all.
Honestly, like the only thing, if Tony Khan was dead set on redoing the Dark Order, revamping it, maybe bring Karrion Kross in.
Yeah.
That's the only way I could see him coming. But once again, I think that's ways down the road because, like you said, we have the Civil War, which is the main story that's encompassing everything at the moment.
Okay, so I also am firing Karrion Kross.
Oh, well, wait, and then also, so I would repackage Ford because I think, he could do the new, use that change or whatever, and then push.
You're pushing Ludwig Kaiser?
He's like, wait a second.
Yeah. Okay, the other way around, I'll push Ford and repackage Kaiser.
Yeah.
Because he can't. There's right now as he is, especially with the looking like Gunther could kick him loose.
How would you repackage Kaiser?
You know what? This is what he needs to do. He repackage him into being Tiffany's like side piece because he's dating Tiffany in real life.
Yeah.
So you could just have him just
that would work.
But just have him team up with her. I think that would be hilarious.
Similar to what they did to Tyson and Natalia.
Something like that. Maybe a little more comedy though.
Okay. So I'm also I'm firing Karrion Kross, repatching Ludwig Ford, and
you said Ludwig Ford. You mixed the two together.
Ludwig Ford. That's a cool repackage, right? We're just gonna merge you two together. We'll see what happens. This sounds like something off of Rick and Morty.
Yeah, right.
What was the
Ludwig Kaiser and Montez Ford?
You had that Abraham Hitler. You remember in
oh
my gosh.
Mixing Lincoln and Hitler.
Dude, speaking of Rick and Morty, I took my son to dance class yesterday, and there's a vape store right next to it, and they had this neon sign that was half Rick, half Morty meshed together.
Oh, that's cool. All right, so Montez Ford, I'm pushing this guy all the way to the world title. I think he's that good. Like, give him an intercontinental run, give him a U.S. title run, but eventually you got to put that world title on that guy.
I agree.
He's got charisma. Unlike Private Party, where I think they hit their ceiling right now. This is as far as they'll ever go. I don't see it either.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, they're the tag champions right now, so I mean,
but
it's a
that's
pretty
as
good
far as they
feeling
go.
to have.
I don't see them breaking up and one guy being better. No, they're both Genettis. Team Genetti, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, they're a tag team app for sure.
We already had Team Genetti. when we had the new Rockers, when it was Janetti and Al Snow.
Oh, that was hilarious. Cassidy or whatever, something Cassidy.
Leif Cassidy.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, so here's a really easy one for you guys. We're going back to AEW. We're going with Powerhouse Hobbs, Brian Cage, and Miro.
Oh,
Whose turn is it?
I'll go first.
All right.
Pushing Hobbs, repackaging Cage, firing Miro. Because I want Cage. I don't want Cage in a tag team. I'd rather just see Cage go be a singles guy. I mean, he's already the ROH television champion. Just let him go put on banger match. They got so much talent, like for these guys, because he's like a big luchador, and they have
now, these are three big guys here, right?
Yeah. So yeah, and I think I said before I wish Powerhouse Hobbs would have been the one to take the title off MJF in that year-long War of 2024 bid. That's what I think of Hobbs. So,
yeah. Showtime. Tell me what's good.
Oh, I'm probably gonna go with something exactly like that. Yeah, I would fire Miro because he does. You can't repackage him or push him anyways because he doesn't seem like that he wants to play ball the way I've been hearing the backstage rumors the last while. So what's the use of even trying to attempt with him? It already looks like Hobbs is starting to go through some slight repackage, becoming a face. So I would go with pushing him from his current status, and yeah, repackage Cage. Actually, repackage him to be an actual monster. A guy of his size should be a monster. So.
I kind of agree with you guys, but it's kind of a little bit different. So I'm firing Miro. Get that guy's jabroni ass out of here.
Yeah.
You can try to kiss Triple H's ass if you want. See if he can give you a job. I don't know. See if you can manipulate those guys at TNA. I don't know. Maybe Japan. I don't know. But for Hobbs, I'm going to repackage him. Just a slight tweak. Give him some little bit more flavor. He's going to come out in tiger striped tights. And he's going to be carrying a Calvin doll. And he's going to come out as Calvin and Hobbes sort of character.
Oh, that's funny.
And I'm going to push Brian Cage. He doesn't need too much. He's just keep him going. He just needs a push. So that's my take on that one. Back to the WWE. We'll let Shane go first on this one. We got JD McDonough. We got Xavier Woods, and we got Bronson Reed.
I mean, if you want, I can go first if you want to. I already know what I'm doing.
I got it. I would. So Bronson Reed, you said? Bronson Reed was the third guy?
Yep.
Okay. Push Bronson Reed, repackaged Xavier Wood to so maybe have him be back to his Apollo Creed character or something like that. Or something more darker of Apollo Creed, and then I guess fire. Who was the third guy? Now I can't even remember the first guy. Yeah, McDonough. He doesn't do nothing for me, to be brutally honest. So it's whether you push him or repackage him, just doesn't. He doesn't have charisma.
This new Judgment Day, they don't do anything for me. No, it's just a bunch of it's more like the conglomerate than the conglomerate. Conglomeration. It's just a bunch of guys.
You ready for me?
Yep.
I'm pushing Bronson Reed, I'm repackaging JD McDonough, and I'm firing Xavier Woods because selfishly I want Xavier Woods in AEW.
Yeah.
Have that Kenny Omega match.
Yep.
Yeah, I think think Xavier could get a good chance in AEW to shine a little bit. Bronson Reed definitely gets the push.
No.
JD McDonough gets repackaged. And Xavier Woods, bye. I honestly think with this split of New Day, I can't see Xavier Woods lasting too long on his own.
And it's really sad because I think Xavier Woods is the best wrestler of the three at New Day.
Oh, talent-wise, yeah.
Yeah, he got that King of the Ring win and got
they
the
did
crown
nothing
stolen by
with it.
Roman. Like just like what was the point even winning it if you're gonna have Roman take the crown?
Yeah.
I honestly think that Xavier Woods probably is going to get the cut eventually.
It'll be the day after their 10-year anniversary.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because the New Day is really like probably one of the greatest tag teams in WWE history. Like they've been around a long time.
I would
And also the fact that trios too, the Freebird style trios too.
Yeah, 10-time tag champs together. Second longest reigning tag team champs ever, only to the Usos.
What's funny about that is Usos are way more prominently featured as the greatest tag team rather than the New Day.
That's because of the bloodline stuff.
Yeah.
But the New Day isn't getting the proper love they deserve in WWE lately. Let's go to our last one. This is number 12 of Push Repackage Fire. We're going back to AEW. We're just gonna put some guys in that could all be fired, and you're gonna have to decide what you're gonna do with them. We're gonna go with Aaron Solo. Still on the roster, by the way.
Who?
Aaron Solo.
Aaron Solo used to be in QT Marshall's group.
Okay, now
Used to be Bailey's boyfriend.
Yep.
John Silver and Angelico.
I'd have to go with Solo just because I'm like I said who at first. I feel bad. I didn't want to be one.
You're gonna fire Aaron Solo.
Yeah.
Yep. I would fire Aaron Solo as well. I would repackage John Silver. And I'm pushing Angelico because that man can wrestle. Like, I love what he did in Lucha Underground. So, yeah. That's
I would agree with the same thing. Silver, repackage. He could be something great, like on his own without the whole Dark Order colors at this point too. So
I'm going a different route because I can't fire a guy with a name like awesome like Aaron. Come on, I'm not firing that guy. I'm repackaging him. I'm firing John Silver because how long can you run on a gimmick of Johnny Hungy? Come on. Like the guy's you got to come up with something. Like Johnny Hungy is like that was 4 years.
You're right.
The guy's short. He's strong, but he looks like a jobber. And I agree. You push Angelico. That guy can wrestle.
Yeah.
And as much as I want to push him, I also want to repackage him a bit too. So there we go.
I think
that's our picks.
Good episode.
Does anyone else have some honorable mentions? Maybe you'd like to fire or repackage or push?
Repackage Seth Rollins. I hate his gimmick.
Yeah, that's been long overdue. That's been getting annoying to me for a long time.
What would you change Seth Rollins' gimmick to?
I personally, I just love for him to go back to the Monday Night Rollins. Just go out there and wrestle and be the best wrestler on the show.
So no, ha 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 ha, dressed all weird.
Yeah, I hate
You
that.
want to be Heath Ledger as a Joker kind of crap? Yeah, no.
What is there anyone you would like to repackage or
Repackage?
push or fire?
We were Yuta, because it's just like now even the BCC or no, the Death Riders now, he just still looks like he's needs the package to look dark, like over the edge or whatever. I don't know whether he needs to cut his hair. He can't get rid of the goatee though. He needs to keep the goatee, but just maybe something with the hair. Or
No, is this just because people keep calling you Wheeler Yuta?
yeah, maybe that's also that.
You want to repackage him instead of yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Because of him, I can't grow a goatee. I'm just kidding.
You can't?
No.
Why don't you? I see you with the full beard.
Yeah. So
does it get a little patchy around this part?
Yeah, and then my buddy Ryan will call me Wheeler any chance he gets all the time. Then
you need a Yuta shirt, and we could do an episode where we got Wheeler Yuta on the show. Oh my goodness! Just wear some sunglasses, have the beard.
I'll just sit there like this the whole time with just a confused look. That's what literally any promo goes off. He doesn't even
that works for Wheeler Yuta.
And then,
all right, guys,
hold up. I got one woman I want to push real quick.
Who do you
push?
Want
Athena. Get her on the main roster. Get her.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. Yes, she should be in the TBS picture, if not in the World Champion picture. 100%. You're right. And Billy Stark could use that rub too. When Athena goes up, Billy comes up with her.
Oh, that's a good idea. She's like she's a
female like Nick Wayne. That's a good way to put it.
I don't know. I think the story they're doing in ROH is Billy's going to take the world title away from Athena.
But
I'm okay with her being the face of ROH for the women.
That'd be great.
And of course, with Natalya coming close, she's got 2 world title matches. I think you get Natalya Markova the push and give her the spotlight, give her the belt, and there we go. Bob's your uncle.
There you go.
I never understood that Bob's your uncle. Like, where's that come from?
I don't know.
I've heard of it for a long time. Bob's your uncle. But thanks for watching, everyone. The links are all below if you're not watching this live. If not, come back and the links will be there in a few minutes. Actually, I think they will be all there. Check us out on our webpage. Head on over to Pro Wrestling Tees /F and Wrestling. Also, head on over to Pro Wrestling Tees /Adrian Adonis. Of course, you can get lovely shirts like this or like this. He's pulling the Superman, the All F and Wrestling show. And of course, you can head on over to Adrian Adonis's Facebook as well. There we go. And without further ado, on behalf of Commissioner Joe, on behalf of Showtime, the closer, the starter, anytime in the bullpen, he just does everything. And we thank you all for watching. On behalf of the normie, TM Joe's wife, just remember that sometimes in life you get knocked down. Stuff happens. Your health. Someone's dead. Your girlfriend breaks up with you. Your wife leaves you. Your dog runs away. There's a number of things that could happen that's not good. And just remember this. It's okay to be down. But it's not okay to stay down. Whatever strength you can muster, reach out to family, to friends, reach out to us. Reach out to that dog in the background. He'll help you.
She'll help you.
Yes. And remember to put the devil in a sharpshooter and just keep fighting. Now, where the hell is that outro? Where is it?
Wrong
It's a
outro.
simple, quick outro.